Hello, my dear boys and girls. I know that you are in tension because your exam has already reached your door, and I am trying my level best to give you the instructions, the tidbits of grammar, writing skill, all. And I am trying my level best to help you with my support and with my advice. However, my today's topic of discussion is the most important phrasal verbs. The most important phrasal verbs. And I already discussed with you that phrasal verb means verb plus adverbial particle. That means verb plus adverbial particle just express a single meaning. Okay? And my first phrasal verb today is look after. It is a very common phrasal verb. Look after means to nurse, to nurture, etc. Then I should use it in a sentence in such a manner that the meaning must be explicit. The meaning will come out explicitly. For example, after the death of his mother, his aunt looked after him, or he was looked after by his aunt. So, here looked after obviously has been used as nurturing or nursing, etc. So, after the death of his mother, he was looked after by his aunt. Next item is held off. Held up means actually stopped or obstructed. Stopped or obstructed. For example, the procession was going on and the traffic was held up for about 2 hours. For about 2 hours. The procession was going on and the traffic was held up, that means stopped or obstructed for about 2 hours. So held up means actually hold up, and its past participle form is held up for about 2 hours. These are very common and most important phrasal verbs. Okay? Now come to the third phrasal verb. The phrasal verbs that I have selected for you for your exam. In all exam, Madhyamik, CBSE, HSE, ICSE, ISC, or in all exams, and even competitive exams, phrasal verbs are very common. Now, brush off. BRUSHOFF, brush off. Here, brush off means to consider as an unimportant person. To consider as an unimportant person. Now, it should be used in a sentence. I have already mentioned that phrasal verbs should be used in a sentence in such a manner that the meaning must be explicit, clear, unambiguous, and straightforward. Okay? For example, I am telling you, he wanted to say something, He wanted to say something in the meeting, but he was brushed off. That means nobody listened to his words and he was considered as an unimportant person. He was brushed off. Okay? Brush off may also be used to remove something, in the sense of to remove something. For example, brush off, BRUSH, brush off, OFF. Brush off the rust from the iron. Brush off the rust from the steel. Okay? Brush off. That means to remove. Now come to the fifth example. Here I have used give in. To give in means to surrender. To surrender. To surrender to the enemy. For example, he was courageous enough and he did not know how to give in to the enemy. He was courageous enough and he did not know how to give in to the enemy. How to give in to the enemy. That means how to surrender to the enemy. Okay? Now come to the sixth example. Example is call off. Call off means cancel. Call off means cancel. For example, I am using it in a sentence. The agreement has been called off. The agreement between the two parties has been called off. That means cancelled. Clear? Called off. Now come to the seventh example. For example, gone off. Gone off means actually give up. Gone off, that means given up. It is in past participle form, gone off. That means to give up. You should gone off chocolate. You should gone off chocolate. OFF off. Gone off chocolate. Because it is not beneficial or it is not very healthy. Clear? Now come to the eighth example. One cannot put up with such an insult for a long time. One cannot put up with such an insult for a long time. For a long time. Here put up with means bear with, to tolerate. To tolerate. So, tolerate means put up with. It is a single phrasal verb. Clear? Now come to the ninth example. Ninth example I have given turn down. Turn down. Turn down means reject, refuse. Reject or refuse. For example, I have turned down his proposal then and there. I have turned down his proposal then and there. That means immediately. That means rejected or refused. These are very important phrasal verbs, and before your exams I will give another set of phrasal verbs, I promise. Number 10, fall down. Fall down means from a higher place you may come down suddenly. That is fall down. And that is an accident. That is the case of accident. And in my childhood and in all of your childhood, you have read, Jack fell down and broke his crown. Fell down. That means he came from the higher place to the lowest place. So, it is the matter of accident, it is the incident, or it is the accident to come down suddenly, all on a sudden. That is accidentally. Okay? Fell down. Jack fell down and broke his crown. Now, today's lecture I am ending. And my dear boys and girls, all these are very, very, very common phrasal verbs that you may face in your examination hall. And I promise that I will give you another set of phrasal verbs within a very short time and commit them, practice them, commit them to your memory, practice them, and in your examination hall, if you are lucky enough, you will face all these phrasal verbs. Okay? Good night. Stay safe. Avoid mass gathering. Use hand sanitizer and mask, because COVID has remained as usual, just like influenza, and your examination is knocking at the door. Don't forget, please, to subscribe my channel if you feel any content in my tonight's lecture. Thanking all of you.